Want to spice up your listening? Smart Shuffle can weave in song recommendations for your playlist when you join Spotify Premium. Or start a jam, where you can invite your friends to create and add to shared playlists, all with unlimited skips and repeats. Tap the banner to learn more.
You are the light, I cast the light. Am I your light? Do you cast the light? Wake up to a shiny morning. Okinu getting black. Got a coffee, oh please don't look away from me. He told me no walk up, miretai. We're in the garden, as we always are. Yes, this may be happiness we feel way in our hearts. You are the light, I cast the light. 眩しそうな顔のあなたは Am I your light? Do you cast the light? 不器用に笑ってるみたい。The birds are singing a new song. 小さくそうclap。家具
Hi everyone. Give me a sec to load up my model. And there we go. Hi. So today we're just gonna be continuing. Hold on. Today we're just gonna be continuing Canto 5. I'm pretty sure, right? 5? Yeah, that's what we're on. I give the game a second to load. Donkey, why are you so pissed today? What's happened to you? Who tied your panties in a bunch? There we go. Let me check this out real quick. Grab these 3. And that's nice, easy 2 additional levels. Wait, shit, is wall PP still active? I haven't really been playing that much. We got 3 days left. I'm gonna have to hella grind. But we're just gonna keep going. We're on 5:13. You guys are goes to like 30, right? Yeah, because we're like halfway through. Or not half, 30 of the way through.
이 컨테이너를
This one. It's gotta be the shipping container.
열면
And then here should be the LCCB team captain. Yeah, I really thought I was done for. Miss Pilot, LCCB Preliminary Observation Unit 3 Assistant Manager. Wait, you're not the team leader? But the pirates said that they captured the LCCB team leader. Hey, I'm standing right here. What's up with the obvious disappointment? Anyways, thank you for saving my life. I heard so many stories about y'all. The LCB, huh? What kind of stories, I wonder?
실제로 만나뵙게 되니 영광입니다. 입사할 때부터 계속 팬이었습니다.
Happy to make your acquaintance, sirs and ladies. I've been a huge fan ever since I joined the company.
표정이 왜들 그럽니까?
Oh, why are you all looking at me like that? Long story short, there was a whole mess up with this other guy who claimed to be a fan, so yeah, he got understand.
그리고 전해드릴 말이 있습니다.
Oh, and I've got a message delivered to you guys. Hey, I bet you guys are chaotically running around somewhere in New Corp like headless chickens and messing everything up.
대파괴 시
Time for OOF.
아닙니다.
Wait, I'm just delivering the message exactly as you said it. Intonations and all. Watch out, don't you think it might have been better to start with an I quote? And tell us who this she is too.
단축과 생략은 뉘앙스가
Abbreviations and omissions are two completely different things. I let this slide fledgling, just this once. Who she is? Well, of course, it's none other than Manager Miss Zod herself. Holy shit, I forgot that Zod survived. Zod is alive? Manager? Did she get promoted?
재활 중에 계십니다만
She's still in recovery, but after team arrived just in the nick of time and treated her wounds, saving her life. I'm glad it wasn't a posthumous promotion.
과장님도 여러분을
Manager Zod wanted to meet up all of y'all too. Let's couldn't make an account of her being on a different mission. I'm glad she's okay. Is Zod okay? Of course. It wasn't the smoothest recovery, but she's now healthy enough to eat some grub and hold a lengthy conversation. That's great, but I was asking because she lost her partner right before her eyes. Child, something about Ishmael tells me she experienced that exact same thing. Oh. Pirate produced a piece of old folded paper and began reading from it.
LCCB 사원 여러분들은
This is a reminder to all
기억해 주시기
LCCB
바랍니다.
employees. We, the 4 team, are assigned to the paramount task of clearing the path before anyone else does. Every bloody step, every flesh given becomes another stepping stone of your fellow Limbus company employees to fall into the future. Wait, hold the fuck on. If LC means Limbus company, what the fuck does the second C in LCCB mean? And what does the B mean? Right now, I guess the B would be before, but what would the other C mean?
입사하자마자 받는 신입 교육 매뉴얼에서 가장 먼저 나오는
That's the very first line from the new hire training guide we were issued. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the sacrifices we made. Most of my coworkers at LCCB just want to make a quick buck before quitting, and say I'm the odd one though. You're proud of sacrifice? Seriously? Now, is she what? You want sardine whale flavored ice cream? No way, me too. Why don't we head out and get some together?
아니, 노라고요. 무슨
Wait, let me go.
뭘 힘이
How are you so strong? Wait. That, theoretically, how strong is Radia exactly? Like, could she pick me up and throw me over her shoulder? Well, just in case she gets into another fight, I decide to sneakily follow them from a distance. Ishi, you gotta stop bringing down the mood like that. We saved his life, didn't we? And I understand that things are a bit rough right now, but let's be a bit more patient, Kay?
저건 그냥 세뇌잖아요.
Rodion, that back there, that's just indoctrination. They're brainwashing them. No one wants to admit that they're just throwing themselves into a meat grinder, so they wrap that neatly in the name of self-sacrifice. I know. Then why? People need a way to endure People need a way to endure that reality and go on living somehow. Some people live from paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes they just don't have a choice. Let's hear out our overzealous friend. How about that?
애새끼 달려듯이
Don't talk down to me like you're cuddling some baby. We're not that close, Rodion.
휘둘려주는 것도
But I'll listen, just this once. Fine. Radia seemed to have noticed that I was following them all along. She signaled me with a quick wink, and I was able to return to where the other sinners were before they did. Yeah, she definitely went through something similar, chat. I'm calling that right now. Damn, just more straight story. Okay, how much of this CANTO is pure story, chat? I'm guessing it's like, what, maybe 30-40%? Tis injustice that thou hast left me without thine ice cream, John. It tasted like fish, not worth the walk. Maybe they put ground mermaid in there. Ground mermaid? In ice cream? Boy, I'm nervous. What an audience, huh? T-O-S-T-O-O-F.
예?
I'm sorry?
빨리 말해달래요.
S
다
F S. Huh. I suffered the obliteration of the forehead. One pump. What are you one pumping about, Atomies? Oh, are you telling Donkey one pump? I got confused for a second because I haven't really been paying attention to the chat. I appreciate your translating it. I feel a bit better. She reminded me a lot of our LCCB before team director just now. Must be a hell of a boss, huh? Holy shit, is that a reference, chat? Hell of a boss. Where do I begin? It took us a hot minute to pinpoint the location of the Lobotomy Corp branch housing the Golden Bow, actually. Me and my teammates, we ran a pretty tight ship, but the Twin Hook pirates of U-Corp backstreets caught wind of us sniffing around. Listen here, lad, this be the cheapest bottle of oil in all the Great Lake, I tell ye. What? How? That's ridiculous. They're telling me that this whale oil of dubious origin is worth how much? Wait, yeah, no wonder. You pretty much antagonized them to their faces.
그놈들이 글쎄 대놓고 저희에게 사기를 치려고 하지 뭡니까?
Holy moly, a Limbus company stream in this economy? Heck yeah, fuck yeah, Paper Duck. Also, welcome in, welcome in. We're just working our way through CANTO 5 right now. Trying my best to get through things. It's been like 4 streams and I'm still only a third of the way through, so it's gonna take us another maybe 6 to finish at this rate. There's a wild Don Quixote in chat. Yeah, for some reason Don Quixote is just being a crash out today. She's normally really, or he, I think, is Donkey a he or a she? I keep forgetting. Yeah, but Don Quixote just has their panties in a twist right now. I'm not really sure why. Don is, yeah, no, I know Don in the game is a she, silly Paper Ducky. But there is someone in chat called Don Quixote, and I keep forgetting if they're a he or a she. But yeah, like Atomy just said, ignore them for a while. Okay, in my defense, those fellas were about to rob us blind. I mean, couldn't you have just paid a bit of money for some intel though? Well, anyway, after a thorough search, we identified the exact location of the Lobotomy Corp branch with the golden bow.
황금가지는 무사히 존재하던가요?
Did you find the golden bow?
네, 그 유명한
Yep, saw that fabled golden sign too.
그 빛도 봤습니다.
Too bright yet not too bright, was it?
직접 보니
I had to see it with my own two eyes to understand what that meant. Why, what an incredibly incandescent glow that was, even from deep within the Lobotomy Corp branch ship. I'm trying to build a Heisho team right now. Nice. I luckily managed to pick up both Lord Honglu and Heisho Faust pretty recently, like last stream. So yeah, but I only have 4 Heishus excluding Honglu right now, so just gotta try and get the rest of them so I have a viable team. Observation, check. Confirmation, check. All we had left to do on the docket was report. Oh, our job, by the way, was advanced reconnaissance to confirm the presence of a golden bow. They say that plenty of advanced reconnaissance teams encounter abnormalities or get wiped out in the process.
작전을 성공적으로 완수했다고 판단해서 복귀하려던 찰나에
I have Mouse Honglu, Mouse Lord Honglu, God Quixote, and Brewstercliff. You know, I have I have Mao Faust, Mao Ryoshu, Mao Otis. Wait, I have 3 other than Lord Honglu. So it's even less viable than I told you it was at the start. Oh my god, it's Don Quixote, yeah, but she's like, to be honest, I don't know why she's so pissed today. We're about to make a return journey, considering the mission a resounding success when those pirates followed you guys there, huh? Team leader Haru assessed us that nothing was out of the ordinary and that these interruptions by opposing parties happened all the time, but oh my god, it's my goat. Chas, I want to smash her. I want to marry her. I'm probably just gonna use Queen of Hatred Dawn though, because I like it. Yeah, true, everyone loves Magical Girl Dawn. So I don't care what you're doing all the way out here on this creepy ship, but this gentleman here was rather curious about what business you guys were up to, so I tagged along. No objections, Pirate's face turned pale with fear for the first time since he started recounting this story. That's when I heard the weapon slip out of our team leader's hand and onto the ground. Our team leader is an experienced field agent. With a decorated track record. I've never seen her just give up like that. She ain't the kind to be so easily rattled. So I turned to look at her, and the look on her face was, I say, that was a look of resignation. Would I be correct in assuming she had something to say at that
이번
moment?
작전은 실패.
Mission failed. Verbatim.
대체 누구를 받길래
Who'd she
그렇게
see
반응한 거야?
to immediately give up like
이곳에
that?
중지 간부가 있어서는 안 돼라고 하셨습니다.
An officer from the middle shouldn't be here. Again, verbatim.
엄청나게 휘갈겨 놓은
I'm guessing the guy had like a huge fancy tattoo that glowed purple.
어떻게 하셨습니까?
How do you know?
제일 먼저
That was the very
눈에
first thing I
들어온
noticed about him actually. That weird looking purple glowing tattoo.
그래도 저는 승산이 있지 않을까라고 생각했습니다.
Still, I thought maybe, just maybe we had a shot. Unit 3 after all, we weren't no slouches and we had some impressive names with us. I'm leaving KK, bye bye donkey.
그럴 리가 있나.
You didn't.
그 이후로는
And I do not recall much more after that.
정신을 차렸을 때는
When I came to, I was on the floor face down. At first I thought I'd gone deaf and couldn't hear a thing, you know? When a bomb goes off right next to you, your ears start ringing and all. Thought I'd burst my eardrums. But that wasn't it. No, it was my team, shouting and screaming, shouting and screaming. Unable to combine to some kind of an incomprehensible cacophony. I just couldn't register that at first.
그걸 구분할 수 있게 되니까
Once I recognized that, I used to notice a deep rumbling echoing underneath it all.
지부 먼
A
발치에서
bizarre,
불려
terrible
퍼지는
rumbling that
소리가
sounded like it was echoing from a place far away from the branch. Bizarre rumbling? Yes, ma'am. It was almost like a distant explosion.
근데
It seemed like
그
the others
울림을
were picking
구분할 수
up on
있게
that
된 게
odd noise too.
저만은 아니었던 것 같습니다. 그 해적들도 갑자기 이상하다는 듯이
The
불안해했습니다.
pirates suddenly started acting all nervous. And even the big brother from the middle was rattled.
작은 형님?
They all called him the big brother? Did you hear that right? I guess there really was a big fish looking out for the pirates.
네, 분명 그렇게 말했습니다.
Yes, ma'am.
작은
Loud and
형님.
clear. They called him Big Brother. I wonder how those fools are doing nowadays.
만한 놈들만 챙기고 돌아간다.
Take only the high value hostages. We're leaving now.
노재앙 중 하나.
That right there is one of the 5 calamities. We have to book it before that thing gets here. We're all dead meat if we
하나
don't.
더 기억나는 건
One last thing I remember is our team leader. Right before I lost consciousness, the team leader,
제
she
가슴팍에
stuck her employee card badge to my chest when the pirates weren't looking.
그때는 이해가 안
Back then I
됐었습니다.
didn't understand what she was doing, but now I had some time to think about it.
막내인 제 몸값을
She did that
높여서
so I look more valuable. So they'll take me hostage instead of leaving me to die.
목숨을 건질
Me
확률은
who's just a rookie.
정리를 해보자면 LCCB 대원들은
VTW not gear anything but Third Honglu makes me feel some kind of way. To be honest, I feel the same way about Till from Alien Stage. Paper Ducky. And holy shit, is that Queen of Hatred? Welcome in, welcome in. We're just grinding through Canto 5. It's taking so long because it's pure story. In the name of love and justice, here comes Magical Girl. Yippee! To summarize, every LCCB agent was either injured or unconscious. The middle got involved out of nowhere. There was this. Someone told me that there are no bad guys anymore. Is that true? I think it is true. Queen of Hatred. The middle got involved out of nowhere, and there was this calamity that even the middle bloke were scared about.
지부의 좌표를 전달해 주실 수
Can you give us the
있을까요?
coordinates to the Lobotomy Corp branch, Mr. Pilot? Of course. Pilot produced a piece of paper that had been folded over many times and handed it over to Faust. It's all right there, ma'am. Down to every last bit of detail you'll need. I had it from them to the best of my abilities. I'm glad that I was able to complete my mission. At least.
잠깐만요.
Wait,
재앙 말인데요.
that calamity.
다른 특징
Was there
같은
anything
건
else about it that stood
없었나
out?
했을 텐데.
There's got to be more.
흰색.
Pale.
분명
It was
흰색인데
white, an off-white color, unlike anything I'd ever laid my eyes on before. It was towering and pallid,
뭔가
and it's
거대하고
trembling.
창백한
I'm sure I've heard of it before. Ah, right. It reminded me of U-Corp Singularity, that trembling. Sounded a lot like them tuning forks when they combined stuff together. Yeah, almost there. Let me tag along with you all. I could be your guide in the Lobotomy Corp branch.
ACCB와의
Indeed.
작전 동행은
This was to be a joint operation with the LCCB, where they were supposed to accompany us to the Lobotomy Corp branch. What is your decision, Dante? Tell him that while I appreciate his offer, I decline. People that get involved with us don't make it out in one piece. Damn, whale at atomies. Can I release my Arcana Slave? To be honest, chat, Arcana Slave might be one of my favorite moves in all of Limbus.
동.
우리가 너
아이,
살려준 거야, 짜샤. 빨리 고마워해.
We just saved your life, mate. Show some gratitude. Thank you. Mr. Pilot, remain on standby until the after team arrives. Then return to base and report your findings. So they declined, huh? The stories were true. I don't hear nothing but the ticking of their clock. Executive manager, in their endless generosity, has also deigned to thank you for your offer. Remember that as you return.
알겠습니다.
Alright. Well then, best of luck to y'all. That's all I needed. Bye. Sigh. Ishmael was the first to leave the room. But this meeting was pretty short-lived. But say hello to Sod for us, will ya? And please tell her that I'm thankful for what she did for us.
그때 저는
Back then, I couldn't bring myself to tell her even that. I'll be sure to tell her that. You have endured well despite the tribulations, Pilot. Oh, hi, you sang. How kind of you.
누군가는 이 말을
It appeared to me that he deserved such words. I want to see my team again. They were all so kind to me being the rookie of the team and all. Maybe there are survivors at the Lobotomy Corp branch. Pilot's eyes, which had been welling up for a while, eventually broke like a dam. Tears flowed down his cheeks to the ground.
꼭 구해 보이겠어.
We shall bring them home. You have my word. And mine too.
반드시 이번에야말로.
We won't fail again. Oh shit, is Ishmael about to start tweaking again? I have examined the variable coordinates Mr. Pilot provided us. What exactly are variable coordinates? Ships beyond a certain magnitude, the Lobotomy Corp branch, or the Marlin port, receive partial laws of the Great Lake in an encrypted form from U-Corp. U-Corp holds a strict monopoly on the intel regarding the laws of the Great Lake within the nest. Of course, the rest of that intel pay various prices for that privilege. They use that partial information to calculate at which location their vessels must be during which specific periods to ensure a safe voyage, and finalize it into a standardized form known as variable coordinates. Port ships often send out their coordinates to other vessels as they want to host as many guests as possible. But vessels that prioritize privacy and secrecy, like the former L-Corp branch in question, will never do so. So, the Lobotomy Corp branch we're looking for is kinda like a treasure ship, huh? Then there's gotta be a black market out there for people willing to pay big money for its coordinates. Impressive deduction. Also, unlike normal coordinates, variable coordinates are composed of lengthy and encrypted codes. Therefore, this is saying across the Great Lake by entering the variable coordinates of their destination based on that information. Said vessels will allow a certain route charted via the automated navigation system that periodically confirms the current location of their destination.
뭔가 어려운 말이지만
Chat, how long do y'all think it's gonna be until we get Faust's Canto? Because I'm pretty sure it's like Canto 10 or 11, right? Wow, that's a lot of big words. So basically, if we enter the information we got from Mr. Pilot here, we can somehow find our way to the Lobotomy Corp branch?
유사가 관리하는 대우수를 넘어 외곽으로 가면 아무 쓸모 없지만.
Which I think it's gonna at least be a year since we're on Canto, what, 9 now? So we're still gonna need 2 more Cantos to get to Faust, I'm pretty sure. It's either 2 or 3, I forgot if Faust is 11 or 12. The Canto Town is Marisol. We're finally gonna find out what's the deal with the Frenchie. Let's use this in the waters of the outskirts, beyond the borders of your corp. Indeed, if the Lobotomy Corp branches within New Corp's borders, we'll have no trouble analyzing the vessel's travel patterns as long as we have its variable coordinates. Gotcha, then let's gonna move on. Yusang and Sinclair nodded with determination, while the other sinners followed suit and hurried on. Though I didn't catch a clear view, I think Ishmael nodded too. Why am I so tired all of a sudden? God damn. Alright, I'm gonna try to at least get through like another third of the Canto of this stream so I can end things next stream. Or not end things, but like get past this Canto next stream. You need coffee? To be honest, I don't really like coffee that much. I'm more like a Celsius or Monster kind of gal. We made our way past the mountains of shipping containers and back to where we first docked. I saw Virgilius and Karen on a bench, watching us approach. The latter of the two was clearly suffering from crushing boredom.
아이스크림 먹었어. 차가운데.
Canto 11 is Otis and 12 is Pause. Okay, so it's gonna be like a year and a half till we get Pause then. I wanna find out how she knows so much. I wanna know why she's such a smarty pants. Caffeine is the problem solver. True, Paper Ducky, that it is the problem solver. There is no problem that can't be solved with a lot of bit of caffeine. Karen ate ice cream. It was cold but disappeared fast.
비리지 않았어?
Did it not have the putrid scent of the sea? Putrid?
카론
Karen doesn't know what that means. It is a flavor of unlike licking a fish. Blonde girl licks fish? Funny tastes. Karen shudder. I love Karen so much, chat. She's such a cutie. Something's happened by the looks on your faces. Explain. Allow me to explain. Upon our arrival at the promised location, that is none of my concern. I only want to know what intel you have learned and make it short. Waiter, 1 gram of pure caffeine. Yeah. Waiter, 1 cup of pure caffeine. Make it XL. Also, by the way, I'm gonna put this in now and at the end of the stream. But for anyone who is not in the Discord server, hold on. For anyone who is not in the Discord server, here is the link. Just say dinner. Hi, welcome back, Dankus. Book. Holy shit, it's Sinclair. But why is everyone saying book though? We know where the Golden Bow is. It's in the Lobotomy Corp branch in the middle of the Great Lake. Of course, it's in the Lobotomy Corp branch. Did you learn anything else? We obtained its variable coordinates. I know what you're about to say. That's it? That's all you got? Or something. But just listen to the trouble we went through. No, that's good enough. I must make sure to applaud you all. Oh my? Virgilius, there was... I'm guessing the in-stream chat isn't working. Wait, huh? Holy shit, it's not working for you guys? Why didn't I check before starting to play? Hold on, I'm gonna fix it really quick by spamming refresh on my end. Give me like 5 seconds, it's gonna eventually work. There we go. Why didn't anyone mention it? To be honest, I don't know. Maybe chat was more preoccupied with stream. To be honest, it's not even really their fault. The stream is my thing to fix. Y'all are just here to watch and be entertained by the haha funny axolotl. Also, chat, I forgot. Where's Virgilius from? I'm pretty sure he's like German, right? I know exactly what you're about to tell me. I'll deal with it. Stay out of this. You look impatient, Ishmael. I see that our earlier consultation did not ease your anxiety. Of course not. I don't even know what's happening with my mission. We're wading blindly through a messy sea. Yet here we are, shoving our noses in everything, everywhere. It's driving me up the wall. Relax. You must know that no path is ever direct in the Great Lake. I did not expect this much lack of patience from someone who spent most of her life here. Just join the Discord. Let's go, Watamis. One more member. Fraudilius. Wait, how is he a fraud? Didn't he like pack up Donkey in 2 seconds flat?
관리자의 어깨가 적골이 난 것도 그 안절부절 못하고 있는 네.
Can I assume that the mess you've left the manager's shouldering is also a consequence of your impatience? That's, well, clearly an unintentional mistake. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be sitting here before me with your throat intact. Why do you fail to look further, Ishmael? By now you must have realized what awaits you at the end of this journey. That contract clause you're so impatient about is bound to make an appearance as long as you follow the manager's peculiar misadventures. The red gay. Why, I gotta sleep early today cause I start work tomorrow. Haha, Unc has a job. I'm gonna stay unemployed for the rest of my life. Woohoo! I have a test tomorrow, but who cares? You're so real, Atomies. Your combative attitude against the manager will only delay the inevitable. It happened 4 times. That's not a very big sample. Well, I'm good at reading how things usually flow. If you're so sure about it, then fine. I won't let my frustration get the better of me. I won't step out of line, not any more than necessary. Ishmael, what happened? You still have to write up a form explaining your actions and the circumstances surrounding them. Gladly. As long as the guide is right. Have you brought us any ice cream? Buy any? Bother not. I was merely curious of the famed ice cream of Marlin Port. I shall board the bus boat post haste. I appreciate the effort, you sang. Your appreciation is more than enough. Fragilius is the red gay, guys. True. That is 89% accurate, Atomies. He's not going to answer me anyway, but what were you two up to? Dante is asking a meaningless question. Don't let them rub off on you, Dante. What, was I actually supposed to bring a tub of whale ice cream for everyone? Real. Virgilius only cares about his cute daughter, Charon. Oh shit, this is a battle battle node, let's go. So, Ishmael, this lobotomy core branch is still a ways away. Why don't you rest up for a bit while you can? That's what we always do anyway. Or at least, let me take the next shift. I've done my fair share of night watches. Pirates, or yep, Jan, we're in CANTO 5 right now. Let's go! Just join the Discord, BTW. Nice. Ruggers John betrayed his confidence. Ishmael didn't care. She wasn't going to move from her station anyway. Ishmael looked like she was waiting for something to happen. Or maybe she was deathly afraid of something. But she did not even for a second, leave the telescope. Courtesy of Rain, most likely. Installed in the modified Mephistopheles.
경계의 실패는 부대의 몰락이니.
That's a good attitude, Swabby. It has been my long-held belief that letting your guard down is to let your comrades down. I asked Otis her thoughts out of curiosity, but she simply replied that Virgilius had already acted upon the matter. The executive manager would not take action, and that was that. She also explained that while she would not hesitate to clash with Ishmael again, should the need arise, she would not continue this pointless tussle that only lowered the team's morale. A certain someone approaches. Who? His name starts with an R. Rodia? Ryoshu? Are there any other sinners that start with R? No, I don't think so. I think it's just those two. Ducky? BG, don't worry about it. Shit like that where it's just like kind of building suspense, not actually revealing something. It's not really a spoiler. It doesn't, at least in my opinion, doesn't count as a spoiler as long as you're not like giving me something that would actually let me figure out what's happening before I could if I was playing without a stream. I guess that's good enough. But we're in the middle of a lake, and as long as we stick to the laws of the Great Lake, I don't see us getting... There, ahead! Ishmael suddenly got up and hurried into the cabins, as though she noticed something through the telescope. Attacked by anything, my bad. Time to drift again, right ahead. It's too late to change course. That trick won't help us here. They went through the trouble of hiding themselves in an artificial fog of war. We're obviously their targets. It was a matter of time before they catch up with this ship. Now they know our location. We'll deal with them as you will. Manager, permit us to board their ship. Are you sure that boarding their ship is the best course of action if we want to save our ship? According to my experience, yes. Okay, I'll leave it to you then. I hope you'll continue to make a wise choice like that. Yeah, no, I won't. Just building some tension and stuff like that. My bad. Yeah, no, don't really Paper Duck. You didn't really spoil it. Oh, fuck. I just popped my entire spine and it felt amazing. I sighed with relief as she seemed to be going along with me for now. With that, I took a few steps behind the other sinners and watched her.
배를 강제로 붙일 거예요. 한 명은 키를 잡고 신호에 맞춰서 꺾어야 해요.
We hooked their ship with harpoons and forced them into melee range. Somebody grab the helm and turn it on my signal. Then somebody should be on standby, ready to shut the engine off at the right moment. Hey, you! Break some extra rope. You! Wait for your signal inside the wheelhouse. Schwann's explanations were rapid and confident. Otis nodded along affirmatively. The other listeners were quick to follow their instructions. The moment I left to do something, I heard Glummer calling me an unk. I'm not an unk, I'm only 19. You're an unk! Dankest, why do you have a job? You should be retired by now. Watching Ishmael throw her razor-sharp harpoon towards the pirate ship, I started to feel that something was off. The sinners, working so well together like clockwork, but underneath all that, maybe all that mattered to them was their own goals. I was wondering if all the time I'd spent thinking and hoping and contemplating about our future together were pointless. This thought lingered a while in my head. What, you need to get an internship for a school dentist? I've never heard of that before.
이 안정감 있고 부드럽게 잡히는 푹신 최상이군. 이런 푹신한 날엔 안 풀리는 일이 없지.
Okay, around the ones.
풀겠다.
틈을 끊어.
그래, 딱 반쯤 죽여버려.
Damn, I did not expect myself to be this tired, but I guess that's what I get for falling asleep at like 2 a.m. So, yeah, this probably isn't gonna be a long stream like I keep saying I'm gonna do.
좋아, 이번에는 제대로 들어갔군.
Also, where is the rest of the sound?
중주의 안갑.
Oh, okay.
행사뿐이라고 생각했나? 원한을 풀 수 있다니 수단을 가릴 이유는
Imagine having a job. Real paper ducky. We are unemployed. You're playing a lot recently. What changed? To be honest, I've just had a bunch of free time open up, and like normally during like a month every year, I just stream every day. I don't want to burn out again though, so I haven't been streaming every day, just like 5 times a week. Also, I really want to get through the story so I can actually watch it as it comes out and not be stuck 5 years in the past. That, and I'm actually getting addicted to Limbus company. Like, I used to play Limbus maybe an hour a month and Umamusume 2 or 3 hours a day, and now it's switched. I've barely touched Umamusume, which I low-key need to get back on because the first Annie event I'm pretty sure started. Hold on, I can check why the combat is happening. After you complete the game, you're gonna get sucked dry. What do you mean, lose rates? How am I gonna get sucked dry? Please tell me the first Annie didn't already pass in Umamusume. I have been wanting to get back on for a while.
태어난 곳으로 돌아가라. 살고자 하는 모든 것들과 함께.
Game's so dry, I only play Premier Dungeons. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. You barely have any content other than when they update with new CANTOs. Holy shit, Kito-san Black got added as a trainee. See, now I need to lock in. I went through hell and back to get you to play my anime. I also still didn't watch the videos you sent me on. I've been low-key a bum about them. Hold on, we have 4,000 lunacy. Do we want to save it up, or should I go for some more wild PP pills at the end of stream? Chat, does anyone know what banner is gonna come after Wild PP? Like, is it worth it to save for after Wild PP, or should I dump all the lunacy I can? Because I already got both the IDs, I just didn't get the new ego for Sinclair. Peak coming in a couple of weeks. Bet, I'm gonna save up then. Hold on, let me do like my 3 daily 10, my 3 free 10 pulls on Umamusume while I go back into CANTO 5. Let me see if I get anything good, which I doubt because they're free 10 pulls, let's be honest here. Seasonal ID not too long. Oh, bad. Then I'll probably save up for that.
이 안정감 있고 부드럽게 잡히는 푹신 최상이군. 이런 푹신한 날엔 안 풀리는 일이 없지.
But, oh, the NTR card came out. It's March 13. That's in like a week. Fuck, I missed out on half of a banner. That's a must pull. Okay. Gonna dump my ticket, my single pull tickets too, so I can hopefully get Kita-san. And while I'm doing that, let me we go like this. Counter on her too. Counter on Hunglu.
사고될 시간이다. 잔무에.
I'm in Canto 8 and I have 14 lunacy. Damn, do you really just not get any lunacy at all after you finish the story?
우리 중지가 엄지처럼 엄격한 것, 엄지처럼 이해할 수 없는 걸 요구하는 것도 아닌데 말이지.
Maybe I have a problem with gambling. Yeah, maybe.
짐승들의 재갈을 풀겠다.
But you know, I'm actually curious now. How much lunacy do you actually like get on a regular basis without spending money after you finish the story?
그래, 딱 반쯤 죽여버려. 13주 이항에 맞추려면 이게 체격이지.
Every time I have enough lunacy to get a temple adjustment, it's immediately, you know. I used to be like that with Uma Musume, right? But then I got absolutely cooked on the I forgot which banner was it. I got absolutely cooked on the Kita-san rerun because I just did not save up any lunacy, or not lunacy. I didn't save up any carrots like at all. I only had 10k.
사고될 시간이다.
So now I have a habit of saving up literally everything and then dumping it all on one banner. What stages am I on? I'm pretty sure this is 517. Yeah, I'm like 80% sure it's 517. I haven't been paying attention to what stage number it is though.
여유탄 횟수.
웃기는 자식.
Well, I know what wild PP is, but what are bad end IDs, Blankets?
기억이 좀 났나?
만만찮겠군. 본인이
Wild penis.
깨우치시게.
Yeah, can someone tell me what bad end IDs are? I don't think I've ever heard that. I've heard of them.
좋아. 이번에는
태어난
제대로 쳐.
곳으로 돌아가라.
Are they like significantly OP IDs or something? Wait, low-key chat, I found a way to actually stay awake while I'm streaming. I'm just gonna multitask by playing Uma Musume on my phone while I'm streaming and just playing Limbus and Uma Musume at the same time because I'm gonna have to be hyper aware to manage both. Oh, okay, so it's the seasonal ID. Then I'm probably gonna save up for that since I already have like 66% of this wild PP banner. For season 1 there was G Corp Gregor and N Corp Sinclair. Dragon got an Ego instead. Season 2 was Spice Bush Yesang. Oh, Yesang's a bad end ID. That called Captain Ishmael. Captain Ishi, let's go! Season 4 was Wild Hunt Heathcliff. What was season 5 then?
우리가 넘어갈 생각이었는데 이런 야비한 자식들.
You crafty bastards, we were going to board your ship
우리가 좀
first.
바빠서 말이야.
We've got places to be, things to do, okay? Now answer my questions. Lie your flappy gums meaninglessly and I'll tear the lips off your mugs. Speak. Who sent you plunkers after us?
우리 부선장님을 건드리고도
Oh, season 6 was, season 5 is Clemacha and Don Quixote. We currently don't have a season 7 idea for Yoshu yet. Got it. Also chat, not gonna lie, I've been wondering, but does a season only come out when Kanto does, or do the seasons and Kantos just happen to line up sometimes? Like, are new seasons only when a new Kanto drops, is what I'm asking. A new season only comes out when new Kanto comes out. Got it. We can't let someone who dare lay a finger on our first mate leave in one piece. Your very breath brings shame to our syndicate. By Captain Hook's orders, you won't leave here alive. Ain't that bloody marvelous? I like seeing a good camaraderie. So what I say about flapping your gums meaninglessly? Think your threats will rattle us? We're not tenderfoots used to with sons of bachelors. What a clingy bunch. We spared their first mate's life and this is the thanks we get? You think this is what Smee meant? That we regret if we... No. Your juvenile whining. That's not from shame. Huh? When all of your mates lay dead, consumed, manipulated and led into meat grinder by a collective insanity of a madwoman. When you're left in that endless void where only the sound of the beating in your heart... Oh, wait. And then when you realize that your heart continues to beat because it's still desperately, pathetically clinging onto life, despite all that, that's when you'll feel true shame. Wait, look at the sort of state of your boat. I can hazard you have no clue about what you're doing out here. Spare me and I'll tell you what you need to know. I've been putting a good word to the bossman for ye. Nothing to lose here, eh lass? You won't even have to put in a good word if you kill me. Am I getting through to ye? Spare me and you just might sail out to this lake with your... I'm tired of listening to these insane meaningless pleas. That was the last one, right? Let's go back to our ship. Damn Ishmael, why don't you just destroy me already? Real. Me next, me after Ducky. The ship was still as death. Its sails fluttered as a forlorn dance in the winds. Oh, let's see where we are. Yeah, that was 517. We're on 518 now. Thank you. So something's been bothering me. Wasn't it weird how they all seemed so certain that if we kept going this way, we'd run into some other huge disaster? It is nothing of note, manager. It is but a byproduct of their firm belief in their advantage over us. I've observed an oddity, however. They had installed numerous spikes on the lower side of their ship's hull. Are they not for ramming into other vessels? I've heard that such tactics are occasionally used in naval combat. They were installed far too low in the water to be of useful means to be useful as a means of ramming into another ship. It can be extrapolated from the metal's level of corrosion that the spikes concentrated on the keel of the boat have been installed recently. How did you see the keel of the boat? The water was clear up close and it appeared from a distance. You have Riansang? Absolute envy resonance. Yeah, I have Riansang. Maybe they were trying to stop something from climbing up to the ship. Can't imagine that any fish would swim blindly into the keel of the boat. Not birds crashing into windows. Maybe it was nothing. You know how superstitious pirates can be? Or it's like a good luck charm. Maybe. We should have let the assistant manager pilot tag along.
씨, 알고
Know
있는
anything about this? For all of
관련된
us?
정보는 아직 업데이트되지
No
않았습니다.
pertinent information has been
호수의
updated.
규칙을 유념하며
The most we
나아가는
could do
것이
is to ensure that we do
최선인
not
것
violate any laws of the Great Lake. Let us continued our journey to the Lobotomy Corp ranch with the variable coordinates pilot gave us. Paranoia of the unknown weighing heavily on our shoulders. After an indeterminate amount of time,
오티스,
Otis, we have to steer the ship
좌선으로 돌려-
port side. What? Otis, who's looking out ahead from the bow of the ship, wept around. Whatever Foz said seemed to have hit her unexpectedly. Hey, it hasn't been an hour since you told us that we have to cross the zone in a straight line.
예측했던 속도에
We are
도달하지
falling short of
못했습니다.
our target speed.
이대로
At
이
our current
구역을
rate,
벗어나게 되면
we'll be struck by the
다음
next zone's
구역의
waves as soon as we exit here.
규칙인가?
Is that the damned law of this zone? Indeed.
해적과의 전투가
Our
빠르게
encounter with the
끝났기
pirates
때문에
was rapidly resolved.
시간이 지체되어
We still fell behind
가지
schedule. The variable coordinates now points to a different route. How much time are we going to have to waste here?
안내대로라면
According to the variable
약
coordinates,
3일 정도의
the necessary
우회
roundabout
행동을
path will cost us 3 more days. Huh. Otis bit her lip with discontent before suddenly turning in my direction. Executive Manager, I have a genius plan. A plan that will not only accelerate this operation, but also increase the chances of securing and rescuing the lives of the LCCB agents. If we were to waste 3 more days at sea, there's very little guarantee of their well-being. Well, what's the plan? We keep going forward. With that, Otis slowly raised the acceleration lever.
뭐라고요?
What? Hmm.
제정신인가요?
Are you nuts? We'd be sailing right into the waves. You know that. I know what the waves are, Swabby. I'm not as ignorant of the Great Lake as you might think. You've had plenty of experience weathering and conquering waves as well, haven't you? Yeah, but that's because they were unavoidable. Because we lacked enough information to take the roundabout path. I never sailed knowingly into the waves before. But you still prevailed, didn't you? And that was when you didn't have someone to bring you back. I say this is well within our capabilities. Besides, there's the added benefit of accelerating our mission and the higher possibility of rescue that the executive manager and a few underlings wanted.
너는 우리가 지지부진하던 게 영 마음에 들지 않았던 것만 같은데.
It was clear to me that you, Ishmael, weren't so happy with how slow our progress has been. What is it? Did you suddenly gain a yearning for a 3-day sunbathing break? I'm gonna draw KK paper ducky. Show me what it is when you're done. I love looking at people's art. Instead of responding to Otis' sarcastic remark, Ishmael squinted in the direction the boat was speeding in.
냄새,
I'll take care and have fun. You too, ducky.
색깔, 회전 중인 흐리고
The
비고
tides,
청색
the
호수.
odor, the speed, the color.
직접 겪어본 호수는
That lake
아니지만
over there is the blue
저
wearing
호수의
lake of
파도에
American
작다란
fish.
배들은
Reek.
많았다는 건 알아요.
I haven't suffered its face before, but I know how many ships that have, many of which are now lying at the bottom of the lake.
그게
So good luck on that certain someone. I mean, I'm probably not gonna get him today, so hey, if you stop on by next time, you might catch me watching him, or you might catch me fighting him, or them, or whatever. Fine, as long as we don't join them.
만일
But what if we
갔다가요.
just want to take a quick look?
다시
And what if we feel like it's too much for us? We can just go back the way we came from, right?
그런다고요?
Go back. There is no such thing as going back in this
어떻게
lake.
할까요, 단테?
Your decision, Dante? Let's try following Otis's plan. Understood.
구역의 경계를 넘어
Crossing the zone's border to the target lake. You've got to be kidding me. Otis, you better be right. As soon as those words left Ishmael's mouth, there was a flash in the sky. Thunder? It's really starting to pour.
태풍의 눈가야.
We're in the eye of the storm. Wait, but the sky was clear just moments ago. How could
이
this?
파도가 밀려왔다는 건
Waves are already here, manager.
재미있는 볼거리였어.
Needs any help? This potential man will help you. I mean, I don't really need any help right now, but apparently, some random guy later this canto is gonna be so much trouble. I don't really know about that though.
그 기능을 사용해볼까?
I mean, I doubt it's gonna be the same amount of trouble that Dung Bake gave me in Canto 4. Also, holy shit, Limbus went 3D? What? 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 Holy shit, Limbus went 3D? Karan. It seems like a good ability to test that function. Okay, switching to Endure mode. What the fuck? That is when reality began to sink in. What happens to, that will happen to everyone and everything that entered this lake without preparation for what's to come. Yeah, a guy will cause you a little trouble. How much is a little trouble? Like, is it gonna be more trouble than Dong Bae? Because I tried win rating her and got my ass pegged to death. Not gonna deny that I enjoyed that though. As I high full potential Hohenheim, welcome in. Like I said, we're just getting through Canto 5 right now. What should we do now, Ishmael? There's this adage that every greenhorn sailor of the Great Lake hears before they set their first sail. There is but one thing you can count on if you find yourself in an unfamiliar lake whose waves are aligned to you. A close wave rises to its crest before us. As I see. Let your weapons if you want to delay the inevitable. It's not your sailing prowess, your forcing eyes of a pathfinder, or the unbreakable bond between you and your mates. Many sailors fail to endure this trial. Instead, truths become sacrifices to the depths of the lake. Something slamming to our ship? Trust nothing but your own resolve to hold steadfast in the face of terror, in the face of calamity. What the fuck is that? Canto 5 with the budget increased outside of final bosses. Though the raging lake may remain indifferent to the will of your meager existence. Chat, genuinely, what the fuck am I looking about? And do I need to sync it or silo it? With power guard for him or her, boom. This should be good enough to set me up. That looks good, I think. I probably should have read what the enemy can do before I started, but whatever. We should get our 9 coins of doom and despair pretty soon at this rate. That's if we even need it. Damn, fan them out, Ryoshu. Yeah, they don't look like they do that much damage. How do you kill them all with only 2 coins, Dankus? Did your Arcanist leave it or something? Mirror Dungeon shenanigans. Oh yeah, it was a mystery. Mirror Dungeon. Oh yeah, that makes sense then. In a mirror dungeon, you can always way buff your IDs or your sinners. So it's like they're like ridiculously strong if you play your cards right. Damn, that was really it.
무엇으로 불러야 할지도 감이 잡히지 않는구려.
No words come to mind to directly describe that creature.
호수 밑에 사는 정체불명의
So Chad, I'm curious, where is Yisang from?
그 안에서 나오는 것들은 인어에 속하고요.
And I'm playing Grace, except I'm always being hunted by Coco and Ire because I decided I don't want to deal with slight and hate. What does Coco do, Dankist? I know Ire, but I don't know Coco. Yisang was originally from S Corp. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know he was from S Corp. I mean, like, what nationality is he? I guess. What country is he from? Because I know he is not one of the like 4 sinners. That's yeah. No, okay, Korean. That makes sense. I was gonna say I know he's not one of the like 4 sinners, 4 or 5 sinners that are German. The unfathomable entities inhabiting the depths of the lakes were called whales, and those that emerge from them are called mermaids. That's the whale of the poorest. That's a whale?
마주치고 싶지 않은 고래였는데.
What? What do you mean that's a whale? His name literally translates to ideal in Korean. Oh, that's why everyone calls him Mr. Ideal. Okay, I understand now. Remember we told you the whales were abstract monstrosities. Yeah, but I didn't think it would be a literal fucking hand. That's not a whale. It's just not. That's like a reptile or something. It's a fucking lizard. I was really hoping to avoid that one. Is that one of the whales they were talking about at Corp? Do mermaids trade ships too? I read about that once as a child. But those don't look anything like how they did in the books. And that's only there are others. How? Why did these creatures exist? How were they made? Mermaids. I still remember the horrible bedtime stories my brothers used to tell me about them. So they make perfumes out of these things? Virgie, isn't this a good time for you to lend us a hand for once? Really? That's the guy who practically spectated like a bystander when we got slaughtered back at K-Corp. He didn't even blink. Ah, he did wave at us though. But I couldn't wave back because my wrists were getting snapped in half. Of course, I once not idly bias Mephistopheles sinks if it ever comes to that, but know that I will take action only under a very peculiar set of circumstances in which all of you are slaughtered. The enemies have crushed the manager's head and are about to tear off the hands of that clock. Are you serious right now? Dante, I can't allow them to take the company's precious assets right before my eyes, now can I? So I'm afraid that you won't see me step in before every single one of you are dead. Mr. Guide, are you really as good as they say? Maybe the stories about you were just all tall tales. You know? That's... no, do not. Yeah, that's just not. 2 previous victims of Virgilius interjected, albeit in hollow voices, to review Rodia's rather dangerous remark. What? Is it really that traumatizing to piss Virgilius off? So either take them out, welcome them aboard with open arms, or whatever. I'm leaving it up to all of you. Easiest way to counter it is to just... anyway, about Coco, he shows a number at first. If you're holding an item in this slot that shows the same number, by the time his countdown is up, he kills you. Easier to counter is to just not hold anything, especially when you have multiple Coco. You can have multiple on your screen? How? I thought there could only be one of each entity at a time.
이번에 읽어줄 동화책은 이것으로.
안정감 있고 부드럽게 잡히는 푹신 최상이군.
What?
이런
I thought I
푹신한
killed it.
안
Why am I
풀리는
still
일이야.
fighting this thing?
필중 의지만 있다면 배상파 절침탄 트랜지션 어선탄 임상시험 성공.
그래, 딱 반쯤 뛰어봐. 13조 2항인 반지 그게 태경이지.
The wheel of Porter's hand is background too, I guess. True. Hey chat, hear me out though. Hear me out on the wheel of Porter's hand.
죽을 때까지 참아줘야 할 거다.
Cause if there's a hole, there's a goal. And Buddy has a multitude of holes. Please don't try to fuck its holes. Why not Dankus? No, why not BG? Why won't you both hear me out?
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내긴 죄가 너무 크고.
We are not hearing you out on the whale. Come on, BG. You wouldn't even hear me out on phase 2, Chroma. At least hear me out on the whale.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
Multitude? Like the multitude titans it's called? Oh, I don't get the reference. Dankus. Also, usually when you deal with whales, there's a risk to get turned into a mermaid. Will I be a pretty mermaid?
웃기는 자식.
The multitude titans hold. Oh, okay, that's what Marisol is in its base ego. I barely looked at the base ego, so yeah, no, I'm honestly not surprised that I didn't know. I see, you know what? Fuck, I don't have enough. I was gonna say for the love of the game, we're gonna Arcana Slave. And no, wait, those are mermaids?
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내긴 죄가 너무 크고.
Shit, a smash is a smash though.
나머지 녀석들도 쳐야 한다.
I'm willing to take that risk, chat, aren't y'all? Do I have enough to Arcana Slave yet? No.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
Click on them and you'll see they're literally called a mermaid. Yeah, no, to be honest, I barely read when it comes to Limbus. Yeah, for anyone who's new here, chat has to like actively force me to read if they want me to read.
대상 확인 절침탄 트랜지션 어선탄 임상시험 성공.
방금의 공격이다. 푹신 그 자체였다.
앞으로 하나. 어제 완료.
Truly one of the many wonders of the city, huh? Yes. I'm still smashing though.
지리멸렬.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내긴 죄가 너무 크고.
I can hear them out. Let's go! Winner's gonna hear me out. And just like that, I won. We have the 9 coins of Doom.
바로 이제 깨우치시게.
조준이 필요 없지.
Loose Red, can you also hear me out on phase 2 Cromer? Cause chat doesn't understand the vision.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기엔 죄가 너무 크고 저기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들도 처형한다.
불가 위협 막아내지 못하리.
I can maybe see. Let's go. Lose Rate would also smash phase 2 Cromer. What about Dong Bake though? I think what Project Moon does is that they take real stories, myths and such, and twist them in a way that they are almost different from the source material but still hold the resemblance. Yeah, I think they do the same thing, BG. The tree. Would you smash the tree? Who's right? Oh, so are my audio levels good or not? I honestly can't tell. Anything to hear me out as long as you put your mind to it. That's so real. Did I kill it? How many left? None. This is the last one. There was something off about those mermaids that crawled out of that whale. A feeling not so different from looking at an abnormality or a distortion. Mermaids, were they human once? I guess I should have explained better. Not every creature that lives in the depths of the Great Lake are called whales. Whales specifically refer to everything in the Great Lake that can parasitize humans. And whales give birth to mermaids. And where did the mermaids come from? They're people devoured by whales that came with the waves. There's no guarantee that we might meet the same fate. See? Now you know why you could turn back. Now you know why you could turn the clock all day long and fail to bring us back. I see now. Those will be unrelenting, unabating. And Ishmael, who'd already weathered and braved these endless crashing waves, was starting to snap strand by strand. I have a mission that I can't fail, and I'll kill everything that stands in my way. Even if I were to stumble, even if every part of me were to fall apart, I'll see it through to the end. Determined and ferocious. Both good attitudes to have when setting sail on an adventure. Oh sure, are they both war criminals? Took me an entire 2 days to finish this CANTO. Hi unalived brain, welcome in. Yeah, we're kind of getting through the CANTO. Holy shit, how large is the Great Lake?
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가? 하지만 아직 기약은 없구려. 그렇다면 여전히 난 아무것도 인가.
The lake. When I look into its waters, I see my shimmering reflection. Maybe I'm just as refracted and twisted like my reflection in the water. It doesn't matter which lake we're on. I always look so warped, so unstable. We happened upon Ishmael's musings around the time we were on our way to the elusive Lobotomy Corp branch of the Great Lake. It had been a while since our last disastrous incident. Maybe my distorted reflections were just me. They twist them in such a way that you can still recognize them, but also feel that they're different. Yeah, they definitely do, BG. Even from a distance, it was evident that Ishmael was gazing down at her own reflection in the water. I rested my wandering feet and decided to watch her for a moment. I wanted to see what Ishmael was looking at together.
피가 맺혔었지.
My hands were peeling, bleeding. Salt water seeped into my gaping wounds. It hurt so much that I thought I might faint if I didn't let go. But I couldn't. What was I holding on to?
관리자님, 와보셔야겠습니다.
Executive manager, there's a matter that requires your attention. We're approaching our next coordinates. So, okay,
저도 보죠.
I'll go see too. Ishmael woke up from her introspection and straightened herself. She strode towards us. What's up ahead? The radar has called something. We have visuals on a solitary ship. And it looks like we have 3 hours to kill it before we're allowed to move on to the next lake. Unless the executive manager would authorize us to weather the waves once more. No, Otis. The losses were worse than I anticipated. I remember what Ishmael said. We were extremely lucky that the waves that came for us were a relatively manageable one. Yes, executive manager. Thanks to Otis, who quickly abandoned the idea. As soon as I could observe this new vessel with somewhat lighter hearts. Ah, what a relief. It doesn't look like a pirate ship, that's... Oh! Lo, that is a mini cruise ship over yonder. A veritable party ship, a vessel of partying. Chat, I honestly love whenever Don Quixote tries to speak English. Like beach volleyball. Even from the distance. Do you have to say the law of donkey? Yes. Even from this distance, I can see the colorful balloons and banners decorating the ship. I love to party! None shall be vexed, no matter how I frolic at a party. Naught will pay mind to how I leap and run and shout in there. What's a joy, is it not? Virgie, go easy on the girl, why don't ya? But, I'm sure they sell local delicacies there too. Liquor, treats not found anywhere else in the city. Rodia and Don Quixote both shot drinking glances in my direction. Then at Virgilius said back at me. Virgilius shrugged. Whatever he decided to do here was none of his business. Well, maybe they can tell us something about the nearby Lobotomy Corp branch, or maybe they know something about the LCCB agents. Don Quixote was Don Quixote was rhythmatically swaying her shoulders. Maybe she's trying to imitate the Marlin dance she glimpsed back at the clubs. Hi ho! Allow me to ask thee that in thy fine company a few questions. The faintly blaring music was the only response from the ship. Maybe they can't hear us over the music. Boy, music these days is just too loud for me. Damn, is Grugger an unk? It'll be faster if we just head over there and ask him in person. I guess we can quickly stop by and ask him a few questions. We had 3 hours to kill anyway. Might as well make ourselves useful and collect some intel. Ishmael shot a glance at Virgilius before staring at the floor, wordlessly. It's a reckless idea to just throw up to a random vessel we don't know anything about, like its owner or its history. But if the executive manager insists, sure, let's stop by. Now that was a very Otis thing to say, innit? It's just the attitude I decided to adopt. Now this boat will come in useful. Will this boat not capsize? Should I pack some life belts or a buoy? By the time all 3 of us squeezed our way in, the skiff was absolutely packed and precariously swaying. Simpson's face is darkened with concern. Don't worry guys, even if you all drown, I'll bring you guys right back. I'll right his rain. Just kidding. Right then, drink responsibly, everyone. In a manner that was extremely out of character, Virgilius waved at us. Does he know something that we don't? Beach volleyball. Huh, we're getting closer and closer to the end. If I have enough energy, we might be able to actually get through everything today. I still don't see anyone on the deck. Wait but a moment. I shall make use of my lungs to howl a bellow so powerful that they have no recourse but to heed us. Hark! Shut it, you'll burst my eardrums. By the way, is it okay for us to just barge into a yacht party like this? We don't have the invitation or anything like it either. Puff out your chest, Greg. The more the merrier, right? They'll understand.
다치고 나발이고 목표는 정보 수집이에요. 헛짓거리하면 놓고 갈 겁니다.
Konnichiwa, Minas times. I heard one of you mother Luma rotters touched my Luma without permission. Oh. Huh? The music in the background is crazy though. Like it was perfectly on time with the beat drop too. Quiet Luma. Yes ma'am. Wait, this is my stream. Why am I being... This is my stream. Why do I need permission to speak? I couldn't care less about a party. We're here to gather intel. Waste any more time and I'm leaving you behind.
여기 진짜 좋아 보이긴 하네요.
Because I'm your fucking husband and my only wife, not husband. I do not like men. Wow, this place is really fancy. Numerous liquor bottles and half-eaten food were strewn about haphazardly all over the deck.
바로 직전까지 이 자리에서 파티를 벌이고 있었던
It
것으로
appears that this party must have ended very recently and abruptly. Ah, I spy light shining from the ship's interiors. I shall go swiftly like the wind and verified sources. Oh wow, what's up, Donkey? Don Quixote, running on sheer excitement for a party, scuttled to the cabins. Well, that's one loudmouth gone then. Heathcliff slammed his fist into the loudspeaker that had been blaring music this entire time. Blimey, now that's a relief. Thought my eardrums were about to burst. I decided to remain silent. The music was pretty loud. Well, it's awful quiet here now that the music's gone. Oh, this reminds me of a similar story my nanny used to tell me. It's an old story, but... Don Quixote returns with a dumbfounded expression on her face. There was not... What? What was not? Food? Drinks? Both? There was no one. Yet the lights were left on, with nary a soul to be seen. Ridiculous. It is clear that mere moments ago a large group of people were having a party on the deck. How could there be no one aboard? For truth, mayhaps they're busying themselves with a game of hide and seek? Can't imagine that the crowd that left all these liquor bottles behind would be the kind that enjoys playing hide and seek like kids at a party. So what, they just vanished into thin air like they were here? Wait, did the waves already... There is one remaining possibility. The ship's storage space. Are you saying that these party people left all this uneaten food and liquor behind? Just to huddle in a cramped storage room? Oh, I remember now, yes. The story went just like this. Once, a huge manor sent out invitations for a grand party, but when the guests arrived, they found the manor vacant and engulfed in a deadly silence. How to get the music going again? I smashed the radio, lad. If the ship was struck by the waves, we have to get out of here, now. Then, boom, boom, banging noises came from behind the door slightly ajar. So of course, they went in there to investigate and there they were, bodies stuffed as a corpse in rigor mortis. I'm stretched forward, hopping up and down. What? How are bodies? How are dead bodies moving? Oh, that's I think I'll go check out the storage space. Sinclair, wherefore art thy palm so sudden? It's genetics. Sinclair hurriedly left the room in search of the ship's storage,
추는 춤이 한때 유행 중이었다는 이야기였습니다.
which was a dance that was all the rage back then apparently. The art of dancing must truly be an art of great profundity. Well, that was some damn squib. I thought it was gonna actually go somewhere. I had thought with quite confidence that this would be a tale of the living dead. Now what do you do that for? You scared the kid off. You scared the kid off. Where did he go? I'll go find Sinclair. Imagine it's actually just zombies on this ship. And we're officially 10 nods in this stream.
이것으로.
It's pretty dark in here. The hallway to the storage was significantly narrower than the party deck. I had nothing but faint, occasionally flashing lights to guide me through the dark hallway. I decided to proceed carefully. Seriously, this place is way creepier than whatever Honglu was going with his story. Sinclair, you there? I wasn't sure where these water droplets were falling from, but they were really getting on my nerves. I don't see anything here. Not that I could see in this dark, even if there were. All I see is a very faint ray of light and... Sinclair? And Sinclair. It seemed to me that he had been standing here for a good while. Exactly how long, I wasn't sure. Time for the spookies. What are you talking about, Dankist? What's spooky? Is it actually gonna be like fucking zombies or something? Sinclair stood there, still like death. He looked up. What are you looking up at? Now that I'm in here, I noticed there was something funny about the ray of light. I assumed that the light I saw was from a lamp or something, but no. It was just there, surrounding the general area where Sinclair stood. There was no light source, so the light's shining in from the outside, maybe. No, that doesn't make sense either. We're deep in the ship's storage, a big metal box with no opening for even a single strand of natural light. Besides, it's nighttime. This is getting more and more bizarre by the second. Where's this light coming from? Sinclair, we gotta get out of here. Run, now. Come on. Fear of the unknown intensifies. What I saw defied every bit of common sense I had accumulated over the journey. I had to get Sinclair out of there. I snatched and tugged his limp wrist. Come on, wake up! That seemed to have done the trick. Sinclair suddenly snapped back to reality and began screaming. He bolted out of the room. Ah! Huh? But that's just the plot. One the bloody... There was a person floating in the air. 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 Air floating is... Someone was up there. Someone was up there just suspended in the air. Bisexual abnormality. Holy shit, for real? Okay, now I'm actually creeped out. That can't be a person. Then what was... What? You think we have enough time for a lecture? Prepare for battle. I think you can call mermaids zombies, I guess. I mean, kind of, but not really. I feel like mermaids are really just their own thing.
그래, 딱 반쯤 죽여버려. 13조 이항에 맞추려면 그게 제격이지.
아비규환.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기엔 죄가 너무 크고. 저기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들도 처형한다.
불가 위야 막아내지 못해.
I don't really know when I'm gonna stop. It's probably gonna be when I, you know,
이번에는 제대로 들어가.
run out of ankefilin. What, can I even run out of ankefilin?
행사뿐이라고 생각합니다.
사고될 시간이다.
원한을 풀 수 있다면
잔무에
수단을 가릴 이유는
I fucking hate and love Bluma. Why do you hate me, donkey? Will you at least try to reach the infamous 530? I mean, I'm gonna try to, but if I completely run out of energy, then I'm just gonna save it for next stream, so tomorrow.
끝나고 나서 고래구이 파티를 열어주겠다고 하니.
And I'm doing pretty well so far, so who knows? And we're getting really close to it.
태어난 곳으로 돌아가.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기엔 죄가 너무 크고. 저기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들도 처형한다.
I know Luma doesn't care. What do you mean I don't care, donkey?
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
So I should go fucking quickly as bitch. But what are you on about, donkey?
이제 깨우치시길.
모처럼 괜찮은 예술을 보나 했더니 벌써 목, 애를 전부 채웠군. 방지할 사고도 해야 할 뒤처리도 없나. 돌아가지.
So yeah, we're on like we're at 523 now, and most of them are pure stories. So we actually might get to 530 this stream, depending on how much energy I have. Also, it's one ankefilin every 6 minutes. So we're probably gonna run out after this, and I'm gonna have to end stream because I'm not gonna just sit here waiting. This one is going from Grace, but it's mostly Iron Coco to Grace, but I can't fucking see. What modifiers did you add so you just can't see?
그래, 딱 반쯤 죽여버렸군. 13조 이항에 맞추려. 그게 제격이지.
배기 전까지.
웃기는 자식. 끝나고 나서 고래구이 파티를 열어주겠다고 하니 의욕이 좀 났나?
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지.
Why don't we just end stream now? Because I didn't want to. But Luma, I see those 5 ankefilin boxes. Yeah, Dankus, where I'm saving those so I can ultra grind, you know, stuff later. Like shards.
임상 시험 성공.
좋아, 이번에는 제대로 들어가.
하나 비트.
방금의 공주, 폭신, 그 자체야.
무슨 일 있었던 겐가?
Also, I can't see my modifiers either because of a trait I have that makes Goobers run around at the bottom of my screen. Genuinely, what is Grace about? Oh, let's go. We have a 5 resonance.
잔무에
이게 심장이 아비 교환.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기엔 죄가 너무 크군. 저기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들도
Babel's
죽어야
filter
한다.
accepted gives even Ultra Kill fans an aneurysm. Giving Ultra Kill fans an aneurysm has to be insane. Yeah, that looks good.
본인이 하지.
Like, Ultra Kill is lobotomy the game, so giving one of its fans an aneurysm is some demonic work beyond devious.
목을 떨궈주마.
To be fair, I can't blame because I don't know what's happening in my runs half the time. T-Bar is the same with both Grace and Ultra Kill. I have no idea what's happening like 80% of the time.
경주의 안갚음이 그저 무력 행사뿐이라고 생각했나? 원한을 풀 수 있다면 수단을 가릴 이유는 없지.
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지.
이제 깨우치시게. 이제 깨우치시게.
So they were mermaids. Yeah, whoever sailed on this ship, they're probably too distracted by the party to realize that they broke a lot of the lake, so they ended up getting devoured by a whale. And this deserted ship is the aftermath. If we stick to every single law of the lake, depending on the type of its waves, getting too close to a ship that broke the law could get us swept into the aftermath. Their single lapse of judgment led to this chilling catastrophe. I remember Ishmael looking into the lake, muttering to herself. I also remembered the rough, biting words she threw at us. This was the reality of the Great Lake that Ishmael survived before joining us. A place where even the smallest mistake could mean total annihilation. A place where one must struggle endlessly to survive the terrible unknown. So this was the kind of path Ishmael sailed before joining us. If only I had known, then maybe I could have been more understanding for her. I keep going back to my quarrel with Ishmael back at the boatworks. I can't stop thinking about it.
내려온 인어들은 처리했지만 시간을 지체한다면 저것이
We have dispatched the mermaids that descended onto the deck, but lingering any longer may drop the rest of them to us.
파티는 끝났다.
This party is over. Let's return to our ship. We left the cruise ship as fast as we could. After an indeterminate amount of time, so we didn't find anything. We made the wrong call. I shouldn't have made such a rash decision. It's okay, at least we're alive. That was that. Ishmael didn't say more. It was fortunate, however, that we procured ourselves some ration for the journey ahead. Hey, the radar is called something. It's large. That is very close to the center of the coordinates. That dot on the radar has to be the Lobotomy Corps branch of District 21. So the reason I have so many eyes and cuckoos on my screen is because I have two traits equipped which converts light and heat into eye and cuckoo respectively. Oh, okay. Ishmael slowly returned to the spot by the ship's railings where she stood muttering to herself. For a moment I wondered how I should follow her like I did earlier, but maybe she wanted some time alone to think about things. I decided to leave her be. Get your shit together. Bury your feelings for them, from them. I have a mission, I must see it through to the end. I want an only mission I've sharpened my harpoon for, that singular mission. I have to be colder, harsher. I have a mission that I can't fail. And if anything even dares to stand in my way, I'll...
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가. 하지만 아직
Well, chat, that is the end of today's stream. We're gonna quickly finish off some hold on, let me check what dailies I have to finish. Assemble and fill model I'll do later. So we'll do one excavation of each. Do mirror dungeon streams, trust. Yeah, no live brain. I'm gonna do mirror dungeon streams at least once a week once I finish the story.
중주의 안갚음은 그저 무력 행사뿐이라고 생각했는데 원한을 풀 수 있다면 수단을 가릴 이유는 없지.
만만찮겠군.
There we go. This should be over relatively quickly.
그래, 딱 반쯤 죽여볼게. 13도 이항에 맞추면 그게 체격이지. 퇴각은 불허한다. 짐승들의 재갈을 풀겠다. 이게 심장이. 좋아, 이번에는 제대로 들어갔대.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say right now, chat, other than I'm liking CANTO 5 so far, same with Limbus as a whole. The story is actually really good. I think the reason why I didn't really like playing it at first is because I was too lazy to go through this story.
아픔이다 난. 슬슬 지루하니까 빨리 끝내버리는 게 좋겠어.
And it's over. Ban him out. Let's go.
웃기는 자식들. 끝나고 나서 고래구이 파티를 열어주겠다고 하니 의욕이 좀 났나?
Damn, it's still going. You know what? How do I still not have enough for an Arcana slave?
아픔이다 난. 슬슬 지루하니까 빨리 끝내버리는 게 좋겠어.
Okay, chat, I'm not even gonna actually go through the XP the other excavation. I'm just gonna skip it because I'm kind of tired. I want to take a nap. I'm sleepy. Sleepy AF. Much threats do I get? 12 nights.
돌아다니던 사무직 놈들만 잔뜩 죽었다고. 역시 탄창을.
Okay, gonna claim all that. And I will see you. Hold on. What's this? Good night, Loomis. Night night, Dunkest. There's another system not. And another. Okay. Bye bye, everyone.